Hi, I'm Maria. Welcome to God Talks Unfiltered series, bites of information and reflections. Here we go. If you're thinking empathy means being nice or nodding politely during user interviews, let's just park that idea. Because that version of empathy is not going to help you make better decisions, and it certainly won't help your team work better together. Here's what I've seen. A lot of teams say they are empathetic. They run interviews, stick up post-its, highlight quotes, or just do online research. But empathy is not about collecting quotes. It's not a bullet point on a slide. It's about seeing the world from someone else's side. It's putting yourself in someone else's shoes. It's not theory. And that's uncomfortable sometimes. It means questioning your own assumptions. It means letting go of that idea you're secretly in love with. It's sitting in the discomfort of maybe we're wrong. And empathy doesn't mean you agree with everyone either. It's not about that. It's not about your own opinion or feelings or thoughts. It means you get it. It means you understand where someone's coming from well enough that you can actually have a real conversation, that you can move forward, you can communicate this, you can adjust, you can pivot. And that's actually true with leadership. So many conversations fall apart, not because people are wrong, but because people are not listening to each other's contexts. It's about listening properly. Because, look, a lot of teams want speed, especially in corporate, but also in startups. So can we just decide already is a typical question. Let's go with your gut. Empathy doesn't slow you down. It's actually what stops you from wasting time and money later on. So spending a bit of time early on, really trying to understand people's behavior, context, motivations, etc., that can save you months of backpedaling. This isn't something you check off in a sprint. And it's also not about letting people do their thing and just to then dictate or make them think that it's coming from them. Empathy shows up in how you ask questions. It's about how you hold meetings. It's about how do you decide not to build. Even how you talk to each other in a team. So it's not always like tidy. And there's value in it. I once worked with a team that helped built something seriously impressive. Technically, it was great, but it was built on assumptions about user behavior that just wasn't true. So no one had really checked, so they went out and just did it because they thought that's the way. But then I suggested to get out, ask the right questions, listen and so on, and then they came back and realized, okay, that didn't make any sense. Because the reality is different than the assumptions or what we think. So there's so much power in empathy, and it doesn't kill ideas, it reshapes them into something real that makes sense. So if you're building anything for humans, let's be honest, that's like everything. Empathy is not an extra. It should be part of how you do things. It should be part of how you work. It helps you make smarter decisions. It helps you collaborate better. It helps you work actually better. It helps you build a better team or better people around you also. So maybe just ask yourself, what would this look like from their side? Because you don't know everything about their side. There's a lot in the unsaid. So I want to thank you for listening, but before you move on, if you enjoyed this episode, if you learned something new, or if it triggered additional thoughts, the only way for us to know is by you leaving a review, a comment, or subscribing, and bonus is to share it too. So that would be a great way to get feedback and keep going. And see you next time.